This week I'm going to be presenting the rest of the course's content, and you'll be able to find that in this tab here. It'll have both the lecture and it'll have the sample final business plan that I'll refer to under this assignment. So let's start off with week 8, obviously. This week we have the final written business plan due, and it's on March 1st, which is this coming Friday. I've outlined here several things you need to read through to make sure you've included everything. It's worth 40 points, again, due Friday. And I need an electronic version uploaded to Canvas. And obviously, you should be updating the different sections of your business plan as I'm getting the feedback to you so that you can compile it all together into a final plan. So the format for this will start off with a title page and a logo. If you don't have one created yet, you'll need to create one for this. Then you'll move into a table of contents and then go into 10 pages of your business plan. Again, that's what we've been working for this whole semester. And you need to break out the income statements, one page for financial statements, one page for the income statement, one for cash flow, and one for balance sheet. So you actually only have about 7 pages to work with. And then you'll have an additional 6 pages for appendix here. Something I want to note is that it needs to include your resume and notes on your financials. So again, those cell references, any tables or graphs that you referenced in your business plan, your revised business model canvas should go in there, and any other supporting details. If you have any questions of what to include, please let me know. And there's a rubric for the final written business plan uploaded here that you can look through. And again, if you go back to this sample business plan, we'll click on it real quick and download it maybe. But it'll show you some of the formatting, I guess, of what we're going to be looking for in your final plan. So this should have a logo on the front of it, along with, obviously, she has the business name and her name, and then the semester. Her table of contents obviously each refers to a specific page. And then she moves right into her executive summary very first. And then it goes into section 1. So mission, vision, goals and objectives, history. We also have the product analysis, so key features, benefits, current state of development, competitive advantages. Then her market analysis, the characteristics and needs of the market, target market, and growth trends. Again, you can read through this, kind of see the order she has it all in. Okay, so I would suggest putting in screenshots for these financial sheets. That'll help you really move them around on in this Word document. And then her, appendix, if we can get back there. She put her revised canvas in her appendix. I wouldn't put the original canvas, that just takes up too much room. Her SWOT analysis, again, the appendix is a great place for that. And then obviously her resume is here, and then her financial sheet notes are here. That's just a quick rundown of kind of what I'm expecting for the format of your business plans. Okay, and again, that's due at the end of the week. So I'll be getting this section 4 feedback back to you. I just finished up on section 3, so you all should have feedback on that. Again, if you have any questions with section 3 or section 4 or any other sections, please let me know. So I also want to move into the next couple weeks because we have 2 pretty big assignments coming up. So I want to give you a head start on these, and so you can be looking forward to them and getting them completed to the best of your ability, because they might take more than just a week to complete. This will give you fair warning though. So the financial lender assignment is what we'll be mainly working on in week 9. It'll be due at the end of week 9. But again, start on it early. So for this assignment, the main purpose is to go to financial lenders and present your business plan, talk with them through it, show them your financials, again, 3 different ones, and then learn about the startups or the steps for receiving a startup loan, determine whether or not the lender will be willing to back your business idea. I would contact lenders near where you want to start. So if you want to start in Lincoln, I would contact there. If you're going back to your hometown, contact there. If you're going to be going out east, find lenders out there that would be willing to take on your project. And meet with you. Again, these meetings need to be in person. That's kind of a theme this semester. And really in entrepreneurship, a lot of things get done in person. Okay, I want to make a note to, this is kind of a formal presentation and with questions afterward, or a more conversational format. So be prepared to present your business plan, not necessarily a slideshow, but at least talk them through it. I would send them a complete business plan via email or hard copy at least a day ahead of your meeting. And you're responsible for finding these lenders and setting up the meetings yourself. I have some questions listed out here of where you can start with as far as the financing side, but I want you to come into that conversation with more questions really focused in on your business idea as well. I want you to write up the responses to these questions and any others you've presented. Again, you can visit with bankers, investors you don't know. I kind of encourage that so they don't give you false information and try to stay your friend, I guess. And then write all this up in a 4 to 6 page paper. One thing I want to mention is that it's required that the lender's signature is on the bank letterhead for each lender, so that way I know that you've met with them. And either scan or send a picture of this to me so that I know you've completed the assignment. Okay. And if you have family, okay, sorry, read ahead and I didn't get this quite right. So if you don't need a loan, which some of you don't, and you've presented that to me, approach the lenders as a way to network and get to know people who look at business plans for a living. Approach this assignment as if you will need one in the future at some point. Also approach the lenders with the intent of starting this business and not as a student completing a business plan for a class. Sorry, I wanted to read all that word for word, but it's really important. So, and if you don't need a loan or you're looking at a different form of investment, I have a couple options down here for you. So first, if you're a part of a family business or are relying on family to invest in your startup, I'll allow one of the 3 interviews to be with one of these family members or a couple of the family members as one of the interviews. And second, if you don't think you'll need a loan, I'll allow another one of the 3 to be with a selected mentor figure or business professional that could give you great feedback on your plan, someone you haven't talked to yet over the course of this whole semester. This will give you a fresh set of eyes on your plan. So there's a couple of different options there if you aren't going to go to a bank or another financial lender for your plan or for starting your business. So this is worth 40 points and it's due on March 8th. So obviously this will take some time to set up 3 meetings and meet with them. So again, giving you a fair heads up now. And finally, into week 10, we have a final project coming up. So I avoided the final in-person or Zoom conference presentation of your business plan, and I want to give you something a little more worthwhile to do, something with a little more lasting impact to end off the semester. So we're just going to be clicking on several of these links, just opening them up. So the final project outline, you can get there. Okay, so you're going to have one of 4 options. It's kind of a pick your own path for your final project. First, you're going to sign up for one of the 4 by March 1st, which is this Friday by midnight. So that way I know kind of who's completing what and gives you accountability to complete the one you've chosen. Second, you're going to complete the project and record a presentation on it. And it's going to be a quick, at least 5-minute presentation through Zoom with screen record and upload the video to YouTube. Before we jump into what the projects entail, I want to give a quick rundown of how that will look. Okay, so once you've completed your project and you want to record your presentation on it, again, this presentation will, as it shows in the rubric, you will need a slide set either through PowerPoint or another presentation software to kind of organize your thoughts and give me a clear view of where you are with the presentation, I guess. So when you want to record through Zoom, you should all have Zoom right now, I think, because we had our business model Canvas presentations through Zoom. So once you go into the Zoom app, you'll be able to click on this and there'll be a start meeting, and you'll have 2 options here and here. I know right now it doesn't because I'm currently recording, but it says start video or start meeting with Zoom and start or start meeting with video and start meeting without video. You'll choose the one with video. And then once you get that started, you'll have this green share button. So if you click on new share, you'll be able to record your desktop or any particular window, like your PowerPoint window. You can record that while you're also recording your face through Zoom. Okay, so then once you've started this process of recording, you're ready to record, you've shared your screen, you click on the more option, and then there's a start recording here. So you'll be able to start recording yourself while you're presenting. And then once you end your meeting, it'll convert it to a video file on your computer, and you'll be able to upload that then to YouTube. Hang on. Let me make sure. Okay. So if you go into YouTube, if you haven't uploaded onto YouTube ever before, it's pretty simple. Once it loads, there'll be an upload button right about here for you. Oh, a little off. Okay. So this is the upload. Then you'll see this. You can select a file to upload, or you can just click and drag that video file and it will upload right to YouTube. So this is a very simple process for you to get your presentation online, okay? That's what I'm aiming for. So that's a quick rundown of how to do this step here. And then for the content of your presentation, that's the most important part. So let's hop into that. Okay, so if you choose options 1 or 2, which we'll go over in a second, you're going to see the MVP module, which looks like this for your different requirements. And then see the entrepreneurship mindset module for option 3. It'll look like this, and we'll go over that in a second. And then finally, this final project rubric is very important. It'll give you a breakdown of the different points for each different option that you can choose, what to include in that presentation, basically. Okay, so I'm sure you're curious now, what are the different projects that or options we can sign up for? So under this tab, as you remember in this outline, you need to sign up for a project by March 1st, and you sign up under this tab here. Again, I guess if we go back here, it's this tab right here. So the options are, number 1, create an MVP or minimum viable product for your business idea and start completing sales with it. I won't assign a number to it because it's assign a number to the number of sales because it's highly dependent on the type of business and the revenue behind each product. Again, some businesses will have a high volume of sales, whether they're a grocery store or a food service or something like that. And some will have very low sales if they're sort of a larger manufacturing thing where things cost lots of money and you only have a few select customers. So if you have questions on how many to complete for your particular business, please ask. Number 2, so if you aren't completely satisfied with how your business idea shaped this semester and you have some changes, I would go with this one. So you're going to describe the pivot strategy from your original idea, some things you want to change and tweak, and then move forward with your MVP, minimum viable product, and complete some sales with it. We'll go into that in a second. Okay, number 3 is the description, I guess, is if you aren't going to pursue this business idea. So if you've gone through the semester and no matter what changed your mind on moving forward with the launch, I want you to describe that and then a reflection on your semester's progress. But then you'll also complete an entrepreneurial mindset module that I've attached over here, as well as at least 2 networking events, which we'll move into in a second. And then option number 4, if none of these options really fit where you are in your business idea development, or you are already started your business and you don't need to do an MVP to really generate sales and give you feedback, then I would choose this one. And that's where you get to kind of pick your own final project. It's kind of hard for me to choose what is the next best step for you. So I want you to submit a proposal of similar work value, and I'll obviously approve it or not approve it. But you need to submit that proposal in the text box below in this final project sign up by Friday. Yeah, so basically what's best for you right now in your entrepreneurial journey, some projects or things that you have coming up that you'd really like to work on for this final project. Again, I've linked the rubric in every single one of these different pages just so you won't miss it. Okay, so now if we move into, let's see, the MVP module. Again, this is for options 1 and 2. Okay, I've linked a couple different articles here on what is an MVP, how to make them successful, how to gain feedback from them, that sort of thing. And then if you're choosing option 2, the pivoting option, then I want you to also read this article on pivoting and how it can be super important and very, very helpful for startups. So if you're in option 1, first develop that MVP for your business idea. It needs to be something physical and something you're selling. Then you should show and explain this in your presentation. Then create an estimation on how many you'd like to sell, how many MVPs you'd like to sell, and kind of create an estimation of the percentage of people you approach who will purchase. So how many people you think, 40%, 50%. Then time to go out and sell, collect data on those numbers sold and the percentage interested, and also get feedback on the MVP. So again, that'll tie into these articles why we're doing this. Again, we're going to video reflection on this experience and the lessons from your MVP, and then upload the video to YouTube. The different thing for option 2 is that you're going to develop the pivot on your business idea, and then also explain that pivot, the reasoning behind it, and how you think that'll help your business startup. Okay, so that was a quick rundown of these two. Again, these links here will really describe what an MVP is. And if those don't do it well enough, come at me with some questions. I'd love to answer them. Okay, now moving on to entrepreneurial mindset module, which is option 3. This is a little more in depth. First, you're going to start off by reading these articles on, why your startup failed. I mean, you haven't technically failed because you didn't really start it, but you aren't moving forward with your business plan. So we're going to read through these and kind of understand why and what we can learn from this semester. And then we're also going to move back to the beginning and go back to the basics of entrepreneurship, the entrepreneurial mindset, and build it up again. Stay motivated in entrepreneurship and developing this mindset. So I have a couple articles, a video in this one, and then 3 other videos for you to watch. And I want you to take or provide 4 key takeaways from all this content up above, all of this. And then choose 2 things in your entrepreneurial mindset that you will work on. So part of this project is creating a plan for this, the entrepreneurial mindset work, and then find an accountability partner or mentor you trust to help you. And then provide a progress report within your final presentation on this entrepreneurial mindset development. And then finally, the last part of this final project is going to at least 2 networking events. It's never a bad time to be networking, and especially now that you've just signed off on this business idea, this business plan. Moving away from it, it's time to get back out and network with more people, see their interesting ideas, and get motivated again to continue with your entrepreneurial mindset or your journey, or even just help in your career path. So I've listed several links down here where you can check out the different opportunities in and around Lincoln, and choose at least 2 of these to attend, and you're going to be providing feedback on those and kind of some takeaways from those as well. So if we move over into, let's see, and then that last link here was just for your final project submission, which is due on March 15th. And this is worth a whopping 50 points. So it's a good idea to put a lot of work into this, because I'll be able to tell if you don't, and I'll be grading pretty harshly if you don't. So submit your YouTube link here on your presentation on your final project. Okay, again, this rundown of the rubric, it's pretty straightforward. I have all the different options listed here in their own little rubrics. So if you have any questions when you read through this or any of the other different modules or assignment descriptions on your own time and more in depth, please let me know, because I'd love to help you out with this. And then I think the last thing we have, which is I'll post in week 10, is the instructor and course evaluation. But I won't make that live until week 10. So you can finish the course before you judge it too harshly. Okay, well, that's about it. I think this will be the last presentation for this semester. So it's been great teaching you guys and getting to present these lectures each week. And good luck with the last few weeks of the semester. I'll be probably posting updates as we go about what each week entails. But for now, good luck with all of your work and stay on top of everything this semester.